Adrianna is looking for a second date update with a guy named Eric. Hey, Adrianna, how are you?
Hey, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about Eric and how that first date went. We'll go from there.
Okay, so we met up the other week, and he was so hot, like off the charts hot.
Oh.
Yeah, like I basically could not help myself. I totally took him home and had my way with him, like could not control myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where did you meet this guy?
Okay, so that's the thing. It was Tinder. So I feel like that's kind of expected for the night to go like that, you know?
Well, that was originally a hookup platform. I mean, it still kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's definitely, like, not a shocker if things go that way. Like, a lot of people still are looking for that.
Right.
That wasn't super shocking, but just the whole night just, like, far exceeded any expectations that, like, I had of it just being, you know, physical.
Wow. So he wasn't just hot. Like, he, performed as well as you would hope a guy like that would.
Yeah. But I wasn't just into him for that. Like, I was into him beyond that. Like, we had great conversations about everything. Like, life, like, just, like, I don't know. We just clicked.
Great.
Yeah. And, like, the sex, like, that made it even better.
Okay. Did you guys have, like, dinner and drinks first, or did you just hook up and go right to bed?
Well, we did meet up for dinner and drinks, but it was, like, during that part that I was like, oh, yeah, like, we're going back to my house. No question. We're not dragging this out. We're not, like, waiting around. Like, I want this guy, basically.
Okay.
And I told him then even after that night, so everything kept getting better, I was like, I definitely want to see you again. And, yeah, we both went into this, kind of typical, we're not looking for a relationship kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, totally, like, we're on the same page. But then I said I wanted to meet up again, and he was like, yeah, for sure. But, of course, calling you guys because I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. So did you try to reach out, or were you just waiting on him to get back to you?
No, I've texted him a few times, and he's not responding. So I'm like, either he lied to me before or something happened.
I mean, you know how those really super hot guys can be sometimes. They can be players.
I know, but I just feel like we connected beyond that. And I was so into him, so it's just been killing me. Like, I'm not concentrating at work because I can't stop thinking about him.
You got to describe this guy. Like, what, was he all tatted up or something? Is he big and beefy? What is it about him that makes him so hot?
He has an amazing body. Like, it's not too muscly. Like, it's just perfect. Like, he's cut he's just, I mean, he looks like he could be a movie star, basically. But then, like, he also seems like a really great guy.
We got to get answers.
Yes. I have to know. It's driving me crazy. I need help.
Every woman right now in the tri-state is like, we got to see this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And a handful of dudes.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you would want to.
Right. So not only was he a good-looking guy, but you had this great physical chemistry as well.
That's why it's also driving me crazy, because, like, there doesn't seem like there was anything that was off. Like, obviously, we were both kind of looking for just, like, something casual, a hookup, but then that went amazing. Plus, we clicked, so yeah. I don't know what the problem is.
When you were on Tinder, you knew this guy was good-looking, no?
I mean, I knew his pictures were good-looking, but, like, sometimes when you meet up, it's not.
Right, it's a whole different story. So this guy exceeded your expectations? Like, when you saw him in person, you were like, wow, this guy's even better looking in person?
Yeah, like, I could not wait to get out of that restaurant.
All right. So that's what they do. After the restaurant, they go, was it your place or his place?
We went back to my place.
So you go back to Adrianna's place, they hook up, and she said, you know how sometimes, because I've heard this from women, like, he was so good looking, but then we had sex, and it was just, But with Eric, you said it was phenomenal, right?
Yeah, amazing.
And Adrianna was saying how there seemed to be a deeper connection beyond just the physical. They had great conversation. They had great personal chemistry. And he seemed open to hooking up again. Neither of you were looking for, like, a relationship. Is that right?
Yeah, that's how we went into it, for sure.
And he seemed cool with that, and he seemed totally open to getting together again.
That's what he said. So I'm
okay.
But you're looking for a little more now that you've, experienced. You gave it a test ride. Plus, his personality was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not something I want to have, like, just been a one-time thing. Like,
Yeah.
definitely would like to, have that again.
All right. Well, let's call him up and see what's up.
Hello.
Sorry. Is this Eric?
This is Eric. Who's this?
Eric, it's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you this morning?
I'm sorry. Who?
We're Jeff and Jenn from Q102, the radio station.
What is it? A morning show or?
Yeah, we do the morning shift on Q102. And,
Oh, wow.
if it's not too much trouble, if you got a few minutes, we'd love to chat with you on the radio, if you don't mind.
What's it about?
So you have a fan out there. Sounds like, if I had to guess, you probably have a lot of fans out there. But we got a phone call this morning from Adrianna, who you met on Tinder. You guys had a quick dinner, I guess, and hooked up. And she said you were amazing.
Whew. So she was piping hot, man, like fresh out the oven hot. Like the sex was just insane.
Really?
Everything was great, but I kind of brought up food, just kind of joking or kind of laughing and sort of post-coital conversation. And I said, hey, do you ever do anything like, with food? And I'm thinking, with cream or strawberries, chocolate, that type of enhancement.
Right.
She's like, no, you know what? I like a pickle up my butt.
What?
And I started laughing. I was, you want a pickle up your butt? Like, I didn't even understand. And she pulls out this huge pickle, and she's like, I'm serious.
Like one you would get at Potbelly sandwiches, like one of the, just like the biggest, girthiest little stub you've ever seen.
This was one of those fair-winning pickles, like they grow it and it wins the best pickle. Like, I don't even know where the hell she found it.
When you say she pulled it out, like
Got a
where
jar by the nightstand.
No, I mean, she just had it in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Okay, and then she just was like, look, this is what I want. And at first I thought she was just joking. I mean, it was funny. And she's like, what are you laughing at?
We're at that state right now in this conversation. This cannot be real.
I thought for sure she was kidding.
That she wasn't, and I'm not some prude or anything, obviously, but, I have a line, and then here we are on the first date, and I'm sitting there going, what are we going to do? Like, is there going to be farm animals by the 23rd date? Like, what's going on?
You feel like the pickle is sort of a gateway to other uncomfortable.
Like, why did we shift into this area?
So do you think she was maybe just trying to show off because she really liked you and had like this passionate night? She wanted to make sure that she was, I'm wild. I can do something else. Or do you think she really
Let me go get my pickles.
had done that before?
That's what I initially thought. I actually thought it was all just sort of like she was just kind of messing with me. And so I blew it off at first, and then when she got it out, I told her I had to wake up early in the morning, and I left. And then as I was driving home, I was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, what did I just experience? I'm NC-17. I'm not triple X. You know what I mean?
Did you feel threatened by the girth of the pickle at all?
No. I mean, I think, I don't know. It was the side of her that I wasn't ready to see.
Yeah. Now, just to get your take, Adrianna, were you kidding? Because I do know people who have such a flawless deadpan delivery and they're totally kidding the whole time, or were you serious?
I guess I was somewhere in the middle. I certainly was not being like, hey, let's do this now. Like, I'm not the one that brought food up. I was, like, not even on that track at all. And I feel like the way he just retold the story, like, that's not like I feel like I hung out with the other night.
I see.
He brought up food, and so, like, we had, like, been having, like, sort of, real deep conversations a little bit throughout the night, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't know how you go from a pickle to farm animals.
Too much of a leap.
That right there is not only, like, a crazy leap, but judgmental. I mean, what does a pickle look like? I mean, it's basically the same as, like, a dildo. It's food. And so he's talking about food. Again, a pickle. It's the same shape as a dildo. Like, most girls have those. Like, What's the big deal? You asked about food, so clearly I felt like, oh, you were into food.
Mm-hmm.
So
had you, dove into the gherkins before?
No, honestly, it's just something like I've thought about. So I was
Okay.
like having a conversation with somebody who brought it up. I didn't think that we were going to be like this childish about it or make it into that big of a deal. Like, and honestly, if he had acted in the moment like he thought it was weird or whatever, I'd be like, it's just something I thought about. Like, no big deal.
So you probably wouldn't do this again?
With Eric now?
No, with the pickles.
Oh, well, I mean, we didn't even do it. It was just an idea. It was just a thought. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've dated guys before who were into phallic objects like that, so I didn't think it was like that out there.
So can we rack this up as just like a weird misunderstanding? Because I think you both enjoyed yourself other than this moment.
Yeah, and you both think the other is smoking hot, and everything up until that point was fine. I don't think there's any real threat of farm animals, Eric.
We'd love to send you on a second date. Maybe we'll send you over to Izzy's. They have a great pickle at Izzy's.
I don't know. You know, I'll meet her at Izzy's. That's fine. But I just want her to know that I got freaked out a little bit. It's not. I don't think she's, you know,
well, I feel like you've made that painfully obvious now over something that didn't
when
need
I
to
saw
be
the
like that
size
serious.
of that,
So.
you know, fair winning cucumber in her refrigerator, it frightened me. I'm fine with that.
I don't know.
Great,
Adrianna,
great
you
person.
still in, or has this soured you to the idea of getting together again?
I don't know. I feel like at this point it'd be kind of awkward. Like, it definitely feels like he's been judging me this whole time over something that he brought up.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, I was really excited, but
Yeah.
like, I guess that connection I thought we had wasn't quite what I thought.
It was great.
All right. Well, I appreciate, Eric, you taking the call and indulging us and at least having the conversation.
Hey, well, you know, two ships in the night, as they say. And Adrianna, I wish you the best.
Yeah, you too.